Hey everybody. Um, this is going to be the first intro video for what I'm going to be doing for the month of June. I hope that you will join me on this journey. If you could like and subscribe so that you could get the daily updates when I publish the videos daily. I'm really going to try hard to post a video daily so that we can keep track of the bets as I go through the month of June. The goal, I'll explain the goals and the challenge and the project that I'm doing at the end of the video. First, I want to go over the tool I'll be using, which is the daily grind. This is the AI slip generator. I mainly use the optimizer, and so the way it works, and you can see this little button on PrizePicks that if you click, and it takes you right to PrizePicks. And if you're logged in, I'm currently logged in. It pops up, and you could just click the button and submit the lineup. It's as easy as it could possibly get. What the AI slip generator is, and the reason I didn't hit that is I have almost no money in PrizePicks. So if you look at the slip performance, you can see the return of investment per wager about 22%. Right? So if you're looking at this like an investment opportunity, like a mutual fund or something like that, 22% is a pretty solid return on investment. This generator works best if you have, let's say I had $1,000 in PrizePicks. That would be my goal to get to. Then I'm just going to be clicking on and playing each play for $10, and that's all I'm going to do on PrizePicks is click these and use them and just go long term on this return on investment and just build on that. And on Tuesdays, play my own tacos using the optimizer, which I'm going to show in a second. And on Fridays, I'd make my own play as well. So when you look at the correlation score, what it's talking about is you'll see these two groupings. So zero tenacity's against giant speeds, right? And it's got the over on both. And what you're hoping for is that these are relatively evenly matched teams and that you're going to get a lot of matches. Counter-Strike games go first to 13. They can go into overtime, like if it's 12 to 12, win by 2 type thing. So you're hoping for games where it's say 13 to 10, 13 to 9, right? And when you're looking at unders, like it's got the unders on this match right here. When you're looking at unders, you're hoping that it's blowouts. You don't really care who wins, you just want blowouts. So a 13 to 2 type of match where there's only 15 total matches, so there's not an opportunity to get a whole bunch of kills, right? Obviously, individual performance is key, right? If you're taking overs, you're hoping that Simkey's getting the bulk of the kills for his team. But you need the matches to have the opportunity. So that's how it goes, and that's what this AI generator is doing, is it's correlating. And the founder, Matt, he's got his own videos, and if you do end up investing in this, I'd highly suggest you watch them because he goes over everything there. And if you do, you saw at the beginning in the title sequence, it had my referral code. I'm also going to share at the end. I'd love if you use my referral code. I obviously get something out of it, right? It helps me with my share of cost, and it should give a bonus to you as well. So it's a win-win there. But that's also kind of why I'm using this video. So like I said, if I had 1,000 PrizePicks, that's what I would be doing. Okay. I also want to, and I do end up usually playing the plays that are for underdog or for better, especially BTR, because that's the one that I have the most money in right now. And so for the bigger wagers, obviously you could see that's profitable right there. I'm doing this challenge and doing these videos to see if it's profitable for the little guy like me as well. And so when I'm looking at the optimizer, what I am looking for is odds of minus 130, like this is minus 145 or better. Okay, so Caesars has Asia at 11.5, the same as that, and minus 145. Now there is personal preferences, personal sports knowledges that come in to play here. This is probably a great bet. I do not bet against Las Vegas Aces players, and especially not Asia Wilson, okay, who gets a ton of rebats. It doesn't mean it's a bad play, it just means I don't do it because of my own personal thing. Now, when it comes to esports, I don't touch esports on PrizePicks because PrizePicks is pretty solid at saying their lines. But what I do look for is this 28.5 and HotStreak, which I also have up here. And so HotStreak, this is a 3 difference to 31.5. I would probably play the under on Lecro. This is a 2 point, so right now I'd be keying on Lecro on hot speed. Okay, so I also will use this sometimes to find value for myself. This is a 2.5 for HotStreak. You'll notice the difference in League of Legends isn't as much because there's less opportunities for kills. 27.5, that's a 2.5. It's probably only that one. Oh, here's another 3 right here. Okay, so I'd probably tag Rolf and Lecro. And if it won't let me do both because they're both on giant speeds, I'll pick Lecro and move on. Okay. So I am looking for those kind of odds like this, the -145. I tend to only play -130 or higher, and the reason why is because you have an edge. The disadvantage that you have in like PrizePicks, underdog, stuff like that, is you have to take parlays. You cannot take single plays. Like I couldn't just take Asia Wilson under if I felt like it. But the advantage is it's fixed wagering. So if I take Asia Wilson and say Alyssa Thomas, that's going to be 3-1 on that play. I might be taking a -145 and a -150, which if I did that on say DraftKings or FanDuel, I'm going to get less than 3-1 back. And so I'll probably do a video showing that so you can see the difference there. But on PrizePicks, I don't usually play esports, and so I'm going to shift it to 2 data points, and then it's a little bit easier to see. So right now, here's another one, Pablo Lopez over 5.5. Now this is the percentage that they think it's going to hit, right? This is your implied odds, but I'm looking right here at this -140, -135. FanDuel has a little bit less, right? These are the kind of odds I'm looking for when I make my plays. Now I already did my protected play on PrizePicks. Okay, as you can see, my balance is terrible, $1.50. Hit this one already. This was a push, and it's because I was an idiot. And instead of taking Sam Burns under on strokes, which easily cleared, or over on bogeys, which easily cleared, I took less on birdies, and he pushed it. And so I'm just going to have to hope these other goblins come in. Doing goblins with my protected play, just trying to boost up my balance in here to, I was hoping for at least 50, so I'd have a little bit to play with as we go down the list. Now, the optimizer, I use it for underdog, and I'm doing the same thing. Sometimes underdog I'll do esports, but 2 data points. Right. Dylan sees under fantasy scores. Now on fantasy scores on pitchers, and I know this is saying this is a really good play. I usually don't take fantasy. I will not take fantasy scores on hitters, and I'll take a fantasy score on the pitcher based on, instead of the under, let's talk about the over. If I think that I can get a quality start and a possible win out of the pitcher. Quality start, 6 innings, 2 or less earned runs. Okay. If I think Dylan Cease can pull that off, as well as getting 5-6 strikeouts, I'll look at the over on a fantasy score. Otherwise, truthfully, I'm not touching it. That's my personal preference. Okay. But right here, under 7.5 rebounds and assists on FanDuel on -152. I don't know how good parlay play is at setting their odds, but -175, that's a heavy favorite. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Jackie Young minus 146. Okay, so if I was going to play an underdog, I'd be doing that. I'm not tonight because I have some stuff out there and my balance is pretty low there. Reoccurring theme. Better's where I have the most right now. And so same thing. If we picture out to over 4.5, 56%, and look at those odds. This is a lock in for me. Doesn't mean it's a lock that's going to definitely hit, but it's great odds. Okay, and I definitely want to take this. If I come down here, right, and I'm looking at under on the runs on Tommy Fan, this might be a 2 play I go and play right now. I already know I have Sean Murphy on some stuff. His odds are going the other way right now. These were much higher, but some money must be coming in on him. I think I have Prata. I'll have to check in a second. And then HotStreak, I already told you what I do with the esports. But I look at this a little differently. Instead of playing, so it's showing you where you have an EV edge, okay, where basically you can get under 11.5 for minus 109, and that's what is on the sports books, okay? I'm not looking for plus money values in general, okay, because you can see the percent to hit. But if you come down here, right, this is a minus 210. That's a heavy favorite on FanDuel, and you're getting it at minus 164. That's a pretty sizable discrepancy and a 61% chance to hit. So I'm pretty sure I already have Drexel under goals. Doesn't mean the guy's not going to score a goal. You're trying to maximize, what I'm trying to do is maximize the best odds that I can combined to try and hit a couple of slips. Ryan Wu pitching outs under 17.5 is a good one. So that's where I would be looking on HotStreak. And Sleeper, I tend to do the same thing. Looking for higher odds to hit. %, minus 172, minus 175, minus 185. You get minus 164. Okay, Ryan Howard. So this is probably one I'm going to lock in right here. If I jump back on Sleeper today, which I probably will. So that's where that is. And so what the goal is, what I'm trying to do here is, it's the June challenge. I'm going to post a video each day. I'm going to show the picks I made. I'll briefly show where I got the information on the optimizer. The easiest goal to try and hit, at the very least, I'd like to turn a small profit and maintain balances in the 5 books used. I forgot to put better on here. Okay, so I don't want to have to deposit anything if I can't turn my if I don't win my protected play and I can't turn it into a profit before Tuesday for tacos, I'll probably have to deposit in PrizePicks. But in the mission of transparency, I will let you know if I deposit in any of these. If underdog falls out, I might leave it because I'll show you where I'm at in that. Medium goal, see at least a 10 to 15% return on investment, spelled incorrectly, over the month of June, boosting up my balances enough to be able to do a little bit more work in July. Large goals having balances of over 200 in each account. Ideally, I want to get them to like 400, because then I can really take advantage, like I am in Better right now, and I'll show you where I'm at in Better. And then I can also take full advantage of the AI slip generator and put in every slip instead of having to pick and choose the ones I do. Here's my current bankrolls. I already showed you PrizePicks, $1.50 with the 1 protected play. Underdogs at $20, 5 slips outstanding, max profit. Okay, so this is where they're at. And I'm going to be doing a sheet like this each day that will show what the end balance was after the slips were played. So it'll look like this. So this is going to be what's to start June 1st, how much of that money I spent on slips and what the remaining balance is. And then each day we're going to update the results of the slips and what the end balance for that day was. And we're going to, and I know some slips will cross over days. Like the basketball odds are already up there. If something's moving in a heavy direction, I end up taking on a couple slips. I won't get the results until Thursday. Okay. So this is better. You can see I have 305 in there. These are some of the slips that are in. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it on how much is out there. Here is sleeper, 80 bucks. 2 slips are alive right now, right here. This is my referral code again for the DGFantasy AI slip generator and the optimizer. If you end up signing up, like I said, I'd love it if you use my code. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. Please like and subscribe so you can follow along with me on this journey. Let's win together. I hope that you also will, if I'm profiting, I hope you will profit as well. And I look forward to starting us off tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.